Sergey Kuzmin has finally spoken out about the Martin Bakole fight. He says that he felt he won and he wants a rematch. And as you guys know, I agree with him. I was absolutely gobsmacked hearing the scores for the fight, which were so wide in Martin Bakole's favor. I think one of them, 96 to 94, was reasonable. But the other two, particularly 98, 92, absolutely ridiculous. And I would have been very aggrieved had I been in Sergey Kuzmin's shoes, hearing scorecards like that. I personally felt like Kuzmin won the fight. I thought it was close, but I feel like Kuzmin did enough to win. I thought he landed by far the better shots, the more clean, effective punches. I think in the slower rounds, some of the slower rounds, Bakole did some good work with his jab at long range. But whenever they were in mid-range or close range, I felt Kuzmin was getting the better of it most of the time. And in some of the rounds, actually, I thought Kuzmin got the better even at long range. So, yeah, I can understand why Kuzmin feels aggrieved. He didn't make a song and dance of it in the immediate aftermath of the fight. I guess he's not that kind of guy. But now that he's looked back at the fight and now he's thought more about it, of course, he's decided, you know what? I can't keep my mouth shut. I have to say something because I feel like I won this. Now, his promoter, Ryabinski, says he felt the contest was very close and could have gone easily to his boxer. He said, quote, "The fight turned out to be good, but I don't think he lost decisively. I think the victory could have been given in favor of Sergey, but the judges decided the way they did. Now, we should not get upset, but we need to go forward, yes. We have rolled back a little in the rankings," end quote. A bit of a weird quote there, but Kuzmin also says, let me quote him, he says, "In this fight, it was possible to at least have it a draw, but no way should Martinez get the victory. The victory is very dubious." What's he talking about here? Does he mean Martin Bakole? The victory is very dubious. Even after the fight, his coach went into the locker room and began to express regret about what the judges thought. His trainer also said, "There is nothing you can do, but we know we lost the fight." Then Martin himself went into the locker room and was surprised when I was so strong. "Given what had happened, the public and boxing fans want us to have a rematch. I think it can be done and organized in a neutral location, either in Germany or the United States," end quote. So yeah, some pretty strong stuff there from Kuzmin, and he's talking about what went on apparently behind the scenes. Again, this was one of the most unfortunate decisions in the past couple months. Not just because of the result, because again, Bakole winning closely, okay, I can accept that. But by these margins, ridiculous. And I really felt like when I was watching the fight, on my scorecard, Kuzmin won it, you know? But when they were going to read out the scores, I was like, I bet Bakole's going to get it because he's the Matchroom guy. I'm not sure if Kuzmin has some type of relationship with Matchroom. He may well do, but he's not the house fighter. He's not based in the UK the way Martin Bakole is. He's the house fighter. So they're going to give it to Bakole. It's sad that we often know the result before it's read out in a close fight based upon the politics of the situation. That is sad. But it happens. And it doesn't just happen in boxing, by the way, because UFC often gets a free ride, but there have been some terrible decisions in UFC this year. Yeah, some of you think back, there have been some terrible decisions in UFC, a couple of really bad decisions. It happens in UFC too. Money talks and BS walks, as they say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Sergey Kuzmin versus Martin. And by the way, I quite liked the rematch for the fact that it was a good fight first time around. That was an entertaining, exciting fight. Lots of big punches landed. Both guys showed they had a good chin. And they're at a similar level to each other. Although I would say Kuzmin, based upon what I saw, is a bit more skilled than Bakole. But Bakole does have, the height and reach on him. And he can use that on the outside. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments about this fight. If you'd like to access all my boxing content advert-free and enjoy the convenience of listening via a podcast app with the option to download in high-quality MP3, then consider joining me on Patreon. In addition to the aforementioned perks, you'll also gain access to exclusive weekly live stream Q&A sessions and hangouts, as well as uncensored, no-holds-barred uploads which are too blue for YouTube. This includes my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. Just head on over to my Patreon page and select the tier called Hatman Boxing Extra. There's no contract, there's no commitment, it's only £2.50 a month, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of hardcore boxing enthusiasts by signing up with me here on Patreon today.